This video is all about pull-ups and getting your first pull-up, getting the fundamentals down, and then showing you some stuff you can start with or stuff you can progress with. So with a pull-up, remember that it's always palms facing forward. Chin-ups are when we have palms facing us. When we have palms facing forward, we engage a lot more lat and a little bit of bicep, whereas when we're here and pulling ourselves up, it's a lot more bicep. So you might find that you're stronger in one compared to the other, but training both can help the other one out. So we're doing pull-ups. We're gonna do hands over or palms facing forward, and we're gonna come to a dead hang. Most of you know I have a Marine Corps background, so we're gonna be really strict with our pull-ups, and I want you to do the same thing so you can get really good pull-ups. Something to think about when you're working on getting your first pull-up or just doing pull-ups in general is breaking the bar in half. We're trying to get our chin over the bar and then come all the way out before we're pulling again, okay? Another thing that you can think about, because pull-ups tend to be a really big mental game, is that you're just bending your elbows. Don't think about having to pull your whole weight up. Think about just bending your elbows and then you're over the bar. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna come up, chin over the bar, all the way back down before we come back up, and we're here. Listen, if your feet travel forward, it's fine. If you want to be really, really strict with your pull-ups, you can keep your legs straight. If you're somebody who's tall, don't bounce off of the ground, okay? So if we want to do some variations of pull-ups, what we can do is a negative. And this is really great if you're working on increasing the amount of pull-ups that you're trying to get. So what a negative looks like is we're gonna start up, and if you need to, because you're having trouble getting up over the bar in the first place, you can jump up. We're gonna hold, and then we're gonna take a really long time to come down. You can see me kind of shaking a little bit. Take your time. It helps if you think about counting out loud. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I like to start with 3 seconds, up to 5 seconds, then up to 10 seconds, and so on. Now, if you're a beginner or you can't yet do your first pull-up, you can grab some bands like this. We can just wrap it around the bar. Bands are also great to have if you can do pull-ups, because there are some days where you just can't get as many pull-ups. I've had days where I just feel really, really weak, and I just physically, I am struggling so much. So I will get a thinner band like this just to give myself an extra boost, and then even give myself a couple extra pull-ups, because again, what I'm aiming for is to increase my rep count, right? So you're gonna loop it around the bar like this, scoot it up, scoot it to the middle, and then you can stretch it out, and you're gonna get it over the arch of your foot, and then you're gonna stomp down to the ground. I like to cross my legs over each other just to help secure the band, and then hopefully it doesn't come up and smack me in the face. When you're doing assisted pull-ups, what I really want you to focus on is controlling the weight down. Because remember, eccentrics can help us get stronger. If you're just dropping to the ground and letting gravity take over, you're not working on strength. So obviously this is gonna give us a boost up, but I want to come down on my terms, not gravity, right? So instead of doing this, we just drop, come up, control the way down as much as you can, okay? Now, if you're somebody who can do more pull-ups than like the prescribed rep range that you have, so say I give you like 5 to 10 pull-ups to do, but you can do more than 10 pull-ups. Like you could do 15 to 20 in one set. What you can do is weighted pull-ups, and I'll show a video of what that looks like, because you can get pretty creative with it. So the way that I do weighted pull-ups is I have a belt, and I just like rigged it to hold a plate in between my legs so that I can add some weight to it. When I was in the Marine Corps, I had my boots, and the boots are a little bit heavy, so those would technically be weighted pull-ups. So I could do like 10 to 12 weighted pull-ups with my boots on, and then when I just had tennis shoes on, I could do like 15. So it really translates to adding more pull-ups in. You can even start with lightweight with ankle weights. So you can start with just a couple of pounds in there and then do pull-ups and see how it helps you increase your rep range.